It's May, which means that it's time for a new TBR. As you can see, this is my TBR from last month and I did not read any of them. So we gotta switch it up. I haven't done a TBR jar video in a while, so I decided for May that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully I'll actually read them all, because lately I just haven't been reading my TBR. And I do want to like put at least one of these books back on the TBR, but for now we'll put them on the floor, I guess, and hopefully at least one of them will circle back into May. I think I put about 9 prompts in here. I think I'm going to pick 5 just because I need to keep it a little bit on the lower end because, like I said, I haven't been reading them. I like to do fun prompts that kind of like go with the month that we're in. So for May, I did like kind of like flower, May, Mother's Day themes. You'll see as I go on. And I made them in little shapes of flowers, which I just think is fun. So let's go ahead and jump into the first prompt and see what we get. I haven't done this in so long. A book you've been avoiding. Well, there's a lot. So we have options to choose from. Let me think. Literally anything from last month's TBR, honestly. I do feel like I have a lot of options for this one. First, we could go with Magnolia Parks, which was on my TBR last month that I didn't get to. Also, I've just been putting off this series in general. I don't know why. I just do that with series. I like to put them off and like not think about them. I don't know. But we could do this one, or we could get really crazy and go for A Little Life, which I've definitely been putting off for a long time. It's just so big, and also like I know the content in it is like sad and depressing and dark. And is that what we want from May? Not really. So maybe we need to go with Magnolia Parks. I'm gonna go with Magnolia Parks. Number one, it was on my TBR last month, like I said, and I didn't get to it, and I have been putting off this series for a while. I have like all of them that are currently out. I have all the physical copies. Don't know why I haven't read them yet. And I feel like spring is a good time for this book, and I'm just so curious. So I'm gonna put this one on the TBR. Hopefully I'll get to this one eventually. I just don't think now is the right time. I feel like fall is a good time because I also know it's set in New York, and I think New York and fall just go together. So we'll save this for the fall time. Next. Oh, Instagram picks. So I gotta pick 2 and then have them vote. Let me find my phone. Okay, but what 2 books should we pick? I feel like we should go with the new releases. So I think that's fun. Okay, I think I'm gonna have them vote between 2 newer-ish releases. The first one is Close Protection by Eden Victoria. I don't remember exactly when this came out. I'll put it up here though. I know it's this year and recently-ish. Also, she is a book talker. That's how I first found her. I love her videos. She has like this such like sweet, relaxing voice. And one of the video series that she does a lot that I really like watching is like her like talking about books based on the cover. And when she came out with her own book, I knew it was going to be beautiful, and it is. It's pink, sparkly, well, not sparkly, like reflective. And look at these sprayed edges. This is the UK edition. I don't think they sell it in the US yet, which is kind of crazy. I know that's a bodyguard romance. That's literally all I know, but I know it's got to be good because, like, she reads a lot of books. Like, she knows what the girlies want, and I feel like this is going to be really good. So that's going to be one of the options for my Instagram followers to vote on. And then the second one is Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone. I don't know exactly when this one came out either. I want to say March or April. Not 100%. What just came out of my mouth? Not 100% sure, but I will put it on the screen as well. I don't know much about this one, but I know the author. She wrote Ready or Not, which is one of my 5-star reads of last year. Absolutely loved it. That book is following like a unexpected pregnancy trope in a way. And I really enjoyed that one a lot more than I thought I would, so I'm excited to read another one by her. This one, all I know is like it's sad and it deals with grief. So, great for May. Great for the happy sunshine life. So we'll just have to see which one gets the most votes. I'm just going to put them on my Instagram story, and then at the end of this video, we'll come back and pick this one last. So let me do that real quick. Let me take off this sticker. Okay, this is the poll that I'm putting on there. And we'll come back when there's votes. Now we'll wait and see what people end up choosing. If you ever want to be involved in this kind of stuff, my Instagram's always down below, but I'll also put it up there. So let's move on to the next prompt while we wait. Okay. A book with a flower on the cover. Very spring, summer, May vibes, but I don't know what I'm gonna pick. I have two options again for this prompt. The first one is Throne of the Fallen. I really don't know much about this book, but I remember when it came out it was pretty popular, and I recently got the, not really recently, but I have like the sprayed edge edition, which I think is really pretty. The only thing that like has been making me not want to read this book is how thick it is, which I know is like so bad, but when you see it with your eyeballs it's like kind of daunting. But if I just picked this up on the Kindle, I wouldn't even bat an eye at it because you don't like see how long the book is. So I know that's like my toxic trait. I need to get over it. But this one does have really pretty flowers on the cover, and it just like looks like spring / summer vibes, at least from the front. But fantasy, like a lot of times for me, can lean more fall. I don't know why, but it does for me. But this cover like feels like it would be like a springy, happier, I don't know what I'm saying actually, just like a springier backdrop for the fantasy book. However, I'm not sure, and I really don't know what this one's about, but I'd love to go into books blind, but I've heard so many good things about this. So that's our first option, and then our second option is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I have not read this one yet, and I know her new one just came out, but I'm putting that off at least until I read Funny Story. This one has like a little bouquet of flowers right there, so I'm counting it for flowers on the cover. Again, don't know much about it. I love to go into books blind, but I always love Emily Henry's books, and I feel like this would be like a fun, quick read. Like, I'm worried that I'm going to be putting a lot of like romances on my TBR that I'm going to want a fantasy, but I also really want to read Funny Story. So I'm going to put Throne of the Fallen just because I feel like I will read Funny Story anyway. But having this one on my TBR will like make me want to pick it up more, I feel like, or at least I'll have like a better chance. If I just put it back on the shelf, like it's not getting picked up. So I'm going to put Throne of the Fallen on there and just see. Plus I do think it's nice to have like a fantasy on there to switch it up. And if I really want to come back to this and read it this month, then I still can, and I probably will. But it could be another prompt, we'll see. Okay. Let's see. I have some thick books on here for this month. An author you haven't read before. Well, can't put Funny Story on there. Let me think. Oh, I know what I'm going to do actually. I have two books from Hannah Bowman Young, which I have never read from before. I have Out on a Limb by her and In Out of the Woods. I've heard such good things about both of these, but I haven't read them yet. I don't know if they're like kind of like interconnected romance books. So if I'd like need to read one before the other, I think I do, and I'm pretty sure Out on a Limb would be first. Well, either way, even if they're not interconnected, I think I am still going to go with Out on a Limb, just because I know this one is a fake pregnancy trope, and like I mentioned earlier, I loved the Ready or Not book, which was a fake, not fake, oh my goodness, fake pregnancy trope? Never give me a book with that trope. Like, I don't even know what that would be. I meant unexpected pregnancy trope. Ready or Not, like I said, had that in it, and I really loved it, so I think I would like this book. It has like the bones of like maybe a 5-star book, and I've heard a lot of good things, which is why I buy all the books that I have. So I'm gonna put this one on my TBR. I'm excited to read it. I think it's like a good like spring summer read too, and it's an author I haven't read from before. Okay, I'm gonna choose one more, and then we'll see which book won the Instagram poll. I just don't want to be too overwhelmed with all the books, you know. 5 I feel like is good. A book with a yellow cover. I don't know. Wait, Funny Story? Oh, it's blue. No, I wanted that one. Okay, I don't have any books with like a complete full yellow cover, but I do have 2 books that have yellow on the cover. The first one is Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan, I believe is how you pronounce it. I read Nora Goes Off Script by her, and I really liked it. It was like a really cute, quick read. I did start this one last summer and ended up DNFing it just because the guy with the guitar was giving me the ick. So I'm a little bit hesitant to try this one again, but I really didn't get like very far into it. I just saw him like, I just read him like playing his guitar and like singing, and I was like, no. Like, I just feel like there's gonna be a scene in this book that is giving the scene in Barbie when he's like, when Ken's playing the guitar to her and she's just like, that just, ooh, I can't with that, so I'm just unsure. But I didn't unhaul it just because I do want to give it another try. So maybe we'll go with this one. I don't know. I literally don't know much about it. Or we could go with Carrie Soto Is Back. It has like a bottom part of yellow, which is, I believe is about like a tennis player. That's all I know. But I do like Taylor Jenkins Reid pretty much. Like, I've kind of been hit or miss on her books. Like I haven't ever given her books a 5-star. Like, they haven't changed my life, like, in a way that, like, people hype them up to be. But I do enjoy them, and I do want to read this one. I've been waiting for, like, a good time to read it, because I feel like it does give, like, summer vibes with, like, the tennis and stuff. I don't know. Also, this is more, like, literary fiction or maybe historical fiction thrown in there, too. So I think this would be a nice, like, change of pace with my other books, although I do have like a variety right now, so that's pretty good. But I just think like maybe I'll save this for June when it's more like actually summer. So I'm gonna go with Carrie Soto Is Back. I'm excited to read this one. I just think like it'll be like refreshing and different. So we're gonna add this one, and now we're gonna check on our Instagram poll and see where it's at. So far Close Protection is winning, but I'm going to give it a little bit longer and hopefully we'll get some more votes. Okay, it's only been about 20 minutes, but so far Close Protection is the winner. I am going to continue to look at it throughout the day, and if it changes, I'll tell you guys as I'm editing this video maybe, or just end up changing it out later. You'll know, but right now we're gonna put Close Protection on the TBR. Honestly, I was gonna be excited about either one, so this is a win for me. I'm excited to try out her writing. I'm just so curious too. And I don't believe I've ever read a bodyguard romance before, so I'm interested in this. So here is the finished TBR. We have Magnolia Parks, The Throne of the Fallen, Out on a Limb, Carrie Soto Is Back, and Close Protection. So we kind of have like a little bit of a variety in this TBR, so I'm excited. Hopefully, no, I will be reading some of these this month. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and I'll see you very, very soon in my next video.